Meanwhile, let's start with our agenda. First of all, we'll discuss the 10 risks that I believe can happen in any kind of project. It can sink any kind of project, from construction to IT. And we will act like if we really wanted to sink our project. And then, next we'll discuss how we can make things work to our success. Okay? We'll see how we can mitigate those risks and keep our projects afloat. So I hope you all know how to swim, right? We're about to sink a project. The first risk is to be vague. The most generic scope keeps a client away from asking for details. How many projects do we just start without having a good scope? Many? A few? All of them? There's a good reason for that.
I can tell you one, and we landed in arbitration.
Oh, yeah. That's a good reason for that. And so, why? It can protect you, right? Because if you have a well-detailed scope, it can limit you. Your client has the right, and he will use it to force you to do exactly what you've promised. So it's good to keep the things generic. Imagine if your company made a mistake during the estimates. You won't be able to change anything. So you can lose money. And if your cost estimate is wrong, you can just cut some things, some parts of the scope the client will never know, and that's okay. Right? So do not reconsider the scope after signing the contract. It can be better for you. The second risk, begin execution as soon as possible. Your client is just waiting for things to get done. He's anxious, he's stressed. So you want to see the things rolling. Okay? So why spend time planning if you know that all the plans you make will change almost every day? You won't have time to keep them updated, right? The client's actually waiting for the execution to begin. You want to see the construction being built and everything. So, as you won't have time, and you know that, to update the plans. So why spend this time planning when you can go right to the execution? You want to keep them updated. I went to a presentation that Alfonso Bucero is also presenting in this Congress. And he was telling about a project that they did for a big bank in Spain. And the client, it was a 2.5-year long project. And the client was so stressed, wanted to see the things get done. And they were all planning and collecting the requirements and building the plans and everything. And the client was making so much pressure that they decided to anticipate the buying of the new server in 1 year and brought the new server to the bank. But it was completely empty, no software wasn't there. And the client made a huge party. Oh, the server is here. Oh, I want to start it. When do we want to start it? Oh, 1 year from now. Oh, that's okay, but the project is going and everything. They did it to please the client because he was so stressed. So begin execution as soon as possible. You will have a much more satisfied client. Torpedo number 3. Focus on the work of your team. Talking too much with the client will distract you. We're not doing a project to make friends, right? You don't need to invite your client to a coffee every day. So this proximity can be dangerous sometimes, right? It can interfere in your work. Your client feels so comfortable with your team that he can start to override the power of the project manager and start to give orders to your team. So you are assigned to do the job, you know how to do it, okay? That's your job. This excessive involvement can wear down the relationship and end up in claims or something else. So invest your time working with your team. Okay. Number 4,